All right, and joined right now by head men's basketball coach Mike MacDonald, following Daemen's 85-69 win over Roberts Wesleyan tonight. And coach, this is one of those games where if you just look at the stat sheet, Andrew Sisko is going to grab a lot of the attention with 30 points and 17 rebounds. But for me, this was the quintessential win that wouldn't have happened without a supporting cast. You got some great plays down the stretch from some different guys. What'd you see?
Without a doubt. I think Ryan Salzberg hit a big three. Kyle Harris hit a big three. Sean Fasiero, I thought he had the most productive 0.0 shot first half I've ever seen in basketball. I mean, he was tremendous. I thought he almost helped us control the game defensively and with his rebounding in the first half. And then when we got to the stats, at halftime, I looked at it and Sean hadn't even taken a shot. So yeah, I think that's what we need. I mean, Andrew Mason has just been tremendous since really for the last couple of weeks, and he was great too. So a lot of different contributions. We told the guys afterward that early on in the year this was the game, like the first Gannon game, right, where we had a lead and we kind of let them come back, and we would have crumbled. And we didn't crumble today, and it was really it was great to see. Great to see.
You made a big run towards the end of the first half, 18-2 run, I believe, that put you guys up pretty comfortably, up 12 going into the half. But then they came out, with some really hot 3-point shooting. The first part of the second half actually cut it to a 1-point game at one point. What'd you tell the guys on the bench at that point?
We had to get back to our defensive principles. We let them get going in transition. I thought we were a little stagnant offensively during that time, and their defense was controlling us. And at that point, we weren't real good offensively. And then we were taking bad shots, and they were getting runouts. And that's when they're really good. They're good in transition. And Isaiah Lewis is a fifth-year senior, and he's a stud, man. He's a great player, and he got going and made some shots. And I didn't think he was ever going to miss. Then luckily, we slowed him down. But I thought between him and Reggie Clark, I'm sure you had fun with Lewis and Clark on the broadcast. But they were really tough to defend. But we said, hey, we just keep chasing them off the line, do the best we can, and we rotated and we made a couple shots, I think, offensively. And it's always easier to play defense when that ball's going in the hoop for you.
It's also first of all, as a guy with a history degree, I totally whiffed on the Lewis and Clark opportunity, but thanks for mentioning that.
What do you do up there?
I don't know. Statistically speaking, it's always easier to play with the lead also, and that was one thing. You guys never gave up the lead, even when Roberts got hot in the second half. How important was that for you guys?
I think mentally, and we're still forming our identity. It's almost the end of the season. There's 10 days left in the season. We're forming our identity, I'm saying, but welcome to 2021. But I think that's important. That was important. It gives you just a little confidence. Stay, you don't sink below the line, and now you got to try and get above it. And I thought that was important. We were a little shorthanded today, as we've been kind of all year, but without Justin Hemphill and Justin Johnson both with injuries, our bench was a lot shorter. Our bench play was great today. I thought Deshaun Hines was tremendous in the first half. Tyler Hine gave us great minutes in the second half, especially defensively. Ziv didn't really get going today. He had a great game the other night at Uville, but today he wasn't able to really get going because of some foul trouble. But that's where these guys have been. They've been great, supporting each other. And I thought that the play of our bench, even though we weren't deep, was really solid tonight. And that's the mistake I made last time we played them is I didn't go to the bench a lot, and I tried to get those guys in to give Kyle a breather, give Ryan Salzberg a breather, and I thought we were fresher toward the end because of
it. You mentioned the defensive effort being pretty strong, and excuse me, one thing that I noticed in the of course, when you play a team 3 times in 10 days, you're going to figure some things out about one another, right? But
sick of seeing them, honestly. I'm sure they're sick of seeing us too. So it's the same.
I can imagine. in the first two games with them last week, you guys gave up 58 points in the paint in the game Monday, and then 46 in the game Thursday. Only 26 today. How were you able to kind of keep them out of the lane?
We let them make threes. um, I mean, honestly, they were shooting the three ball so well, they had no reason to go in the paint. But I thought Andrew Sisko defensively was one of his better games he's had in a couple of years. Was really active, helped on ball screens much better, and had to deal with some foul trouble too. And once he got his third foul, they were smart. They're well coached. They went right after him. They tried to get him and get that fourth one, and really put us in a precarious position. But he was disciplined. I thought we did a good job of that. I think the other thing too, if you compare the games, were the turnovers. We only had 9 tonight. Sean had 7 turnovers last week when we played them on Thursday. He had 1 turnover tonight and 7 assists. So that's a big difference right there.
I guess just looking forward, a little bit of a change to the schedule for this weekend. We're preparing to play Mercy twice, back-to-back Saturday, Sunday. That'll only be once. The Sunday game's been canceled, and everything's up in the air with the schedule right now because of COVID and everything. No COVID issues with Mercy, but they just are electing to play just one game up this way. So, what'll be the focus with the group the next couple of days leading up to that game?
Well, we got to rest. We need a day off. We got to rest, and then Friday we're going to have to get ready for Mercy. Mercy's always very well coached. They have a freshman who is phenomenal. Has put up big numbers. They had a tough game tonight with St. Thomas Aquinas, which a lot of people do, and but they just coming off a big win where they beat Malloy very handily on Sunday or Saturday, Sunday, I forget. So they, we're gonna have our hands full with them, and always a very tough matchup for us. So for us, we just got to keep moving forward. We finally got over the 500 level, and we want to stay above the 500 level. So we're, very important for us now moving forward that we keep that focus on keep winning games. You got to keep winning, and we play Saturday, and then we'll look at the schedule and say, boy, we got a week left, and that's it until we head to the conference tournament. So big focus, rest, classes having started, making sure we're on top of that. Staying away from everybody and staying healthy and all that, I think is very important for us. So we got a lot of work to do getting ready for Mercy.
All right, Coach. Well, congrats on the win tonight, and we'll catch up with you after Saturday's game.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.